Hello guys, checking my phone for a second. I'm sorry, I'll get with the show right now. Sorry guys. So here, Erin Entertainment, bringing you Why I Love Sports on a Friday. Yep, this week is gonna be on a Friday. That's because tomorrow I'll be watching baseball tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And so we'll be doing a show tomorrow. That's why we moved today. And I told you this before. And as Tim Travers says here right here, he's watching some baseball and resting, relaxing on a 3-day week. Oh yes, that's because it's Easter weekend. We got Good Friday, Easter Sunday, Easter Monday. This weekend. So I hope you're all having, if you're Jewish, having a good Passover. If you're not, having a good Easter. Whatever you're doing. But so if you notice, I set up couple of streams for next week. Wrestling will be taking place on Monday again. Monday. It's all about wrestling on Monday. And if you notice, Wednesday and Thursday, I have streams on those nights. Wednesdays for the first takeover night, stand and deliver. Thursday, I have the second night, preview predictions for both shows. And I'll be doing the exact same thing for WrestleMania. And my internet's a little slow, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. But yeah, so guys, so yeah, baseball is gonna be my first subject. And then we got opening day tomorrow. Yesterday, opening day was yesterday. Fortunately, Mets and Washington series has been postponed. Obvious COVID-related reasons. But we did get opening day till yesterday. Blue Jays beat the Yankees in New York 3-2. Rockies lost. The Rockies beat the Dodgers. Opening day. Let's check out the other scores that happened. Pittsburgh did beat Chicago. I'll check the other scores. Okay. Okay, here we go. Cleveland lost to Detroit. Detroit beat the Indians 3-2. Brewers beat the Twins in 10 innings. Pirates did beat the Cubs. Philadelphia did beat the Atlanta Braves in 10 innings. St. Louis demolished the Cardinals 11-6. Yes, I said Rockies did beat the Dodgers. The Rays shut out the Marlins 1-0. Diamondbacks lost to the Padres. Royals and the Rangers had a high offensive game, but the Royals came up with the win. The Angels beat the White Sox. The Astros defeated the Athletics. Mariners beat the Giants in 10. And as I said, the Mets and Nationals are postponed. And right now, Boston and Baltimore have started their season. It's in the third inning, and the Red Sox are tied with Baltimore. So 0-0 in the third inning, bottom of the third inning, right now in Fenway Park, Boston and Baltimore. This is their first game of the season for the both of them. So it's just been, one game really, of 162 every team. Washington and New York have a lot of time to make up, right? The Mets and the Washington team, they have a lot of time to make up for their lost games. Perhaps it's better I don't know. Perhaps it's better now than it would be later in the season or like close to the end of the season now with their problems. I'm trying to see something. Oh yes, okay. I just got breaking news from MLB just now. I got it right here on my phone. MLB is moving the All-Star game from Atlanta. As you know, the All-Star game for this season was supposed to be in Atlanta, but they're moving it because of because of the laws, new Georgia laws. Sorry, I was gonna say Georgian laws, but Georgia voting laws. Controversial Georgia's new controversial voting rights laws. The reason is, over the last week, we have engaged in a thoughtful conversation with Cubs, former and current players, the Players Association, and the Players Alliance, among others, to listen to reviews. I have decided that the best way to demonstrate our values as a sport is by relocating this All-Stars game and MLB draft. MLB Commissioner Walt Manfred said in a statement. Major League Baseball fundamentally supports voting rights for all Americans and opposes restrictions to the ballot box. In 2020, MLB became the first professional sports league to join a nonpartisan civil alliance to help build a future in which everyone participates in shaping the United States. We probably use our platform to encourage baseball fans, communities throughout our country to perform their civic duty and actively participate in the voting process. Fair access to voting continues to have our game's unwavering support. We will continue with our plans to celebrate the memory of Hank Aaron during the season's All-Star festivities. In addition, MLB will plan investment to support local communities in Atlanta as part of our All-Star Legacy projects will move forward. We are finalizing a new hosted and details of the events will be announced shortly. So there you have it. This happened now, guys. MLB is moving the All-Star game from Atlanta because of voting suppression rights in Georgia to a new location. No new location has been discovered yet. No location was announced yet. They're just looking for a location now to plant the All-Star game. So yeah, Atlanta, it's not getting the All-Star game this year. It was originally supposed to get to the All-Star game. That was the plan, but now based on what Georgia's did with their voting laws and stuff, the suppression of voting laws to change, MLB has decided, no, we can't support this. We're gonna move All-Star game. I think the NBA did the exact same thing with Charlotte a couple years ago in North Carolina. I think North Carolina has something like this, or is it South Carolina? Yeah, North Carolina. Charlotte's in North Carolina. Charlotte was supposed to get the All-Star game, but they had some controversial rights that did not look good. Really not look good, and the NBA decided, no, we're not gonna have the All-Star game in Charlotte, North Carolina. I do remember that. I think that was 2017. It could be 2018, but I think it was after the Raptors All-Star game, when the Raptors did the All-Star game in 2016. So I think it was 2017. As I hear, I got another announcement. I got another notification basically saying the same thing about the MLB All-Star game. That just happened now, guys. I just got it now. Let's check some Twitter. Maybe there'll be more stuff. Yeah. So yeah, All-Star Game's being moved. It's been confirmed. No, but you know what? The big news of the baseball season happened the day before opening day. Actually, the night before opening day. Francisco Lindor and the New York Mets. Francisco Lindor is staying with the New York Mets long term. Long term. He just signed a massive contract extension with the Mets. And it's really ridiculous. Let's see what the contract extension is. So here's the details from it. I'm going to get you the details, guys. The details from Francisco Lindor's contract extension. Yeah, it's taking time to load, but yeah, I'll show you it. Or no, I'll read it off for you guys. And I'll tell you what I think about it. And what ramifications it have for the upcoming free agent market, specifically for shortstop position in this upcoming offseason. So, Francisco Lindor signed a 10-year, $341 million contract, right? I'll keep Lindor in the Big Apple through the 2031 season. Here's some details. 10 years, 341 through the 2031 season. Okay, it's the by the time that deal expires, should be 37. So he'll be getting $32 million per year with a $5 million deferred money per year between 2032 and 2041. Lindor also gets a $21 million signing bonus, all adding up to 341. So I have the contract details here. 2022. This year, signing bonus $21 million deferred. 2022, $32 million, $5 million. Added $5 million. 2023, $32 million, $5 million deferred. 2024, so basically up to 2031, $32 million. And that's a total of $340 million, but all those years up to 2031, he also gets an extra $5 million. So $341 million plus $50 million. And I believe he has a no trade clause and no opt out clause, and then during that deal. It's a long term contract. He's a very good player, one of the best shortstops in the league. Clearly one of the best shortstops in the league. Top 5 shortstop in the league, but is he one of the top 10 players in the league? That's debatable because you could go Trout, Tatis, Acuna, Soto, Freeman. He's Betts. It's really debatable. He could be a top 10 player. Definitely maybe a top 20 player. But I don't know about top 10. Top 10, maybe between top 10 and top 20. But that's a lot of money. I think short term is okay, but I think the long term, the Mets are going to regret this. They might possibly have to like 2035 thing. So Bobby Bonilla could be like 80 years old. 14 years. Bobby Bonilla could be like 65 to 70 years old by the time he retires, and he's still getting paid by the Mets, like $1 million a year. Yeah, that's what the Mets are doing, and they got some money. I know their owner likes to spend. Their new owner Cohen has a lot of money, but Cano's is suspended for a whole year, so they don't have to pay him anything. But once he comes back, we'll see, man, because Alonso at some point is going to want an extension. You're going to have to pay him. I don't know what Syndergaard's situation is. I believe he's a free agent and in the season, he might be the odd man out. Stroman might be is a free agent. He only signed a 1-year qualifying offer. But they're gonna have to work around, man. This is a huge thing. And what it does, it sets the tone for the shortstop free agent market. Carlos Correa, Javier Baez, Trevor Story, Corey Seager, Marcus Simmons, Gregorius, I believe. That'll go to shortstops. Now, of course, Correa, Corey Seager, Javier Baez, and Trevor Story are the cream of the top of that shortstop position in the free agent market, of course, right? I think Trevor Story, I don't think Colorado is going to be in it. I think Trevor Story is going to be traded at the deadline. Javier Baez, I think the Cubs may want to resign Javier Baez and Rizzo, because Rizzo's on the free agent. I think Bryant's the most likely one to go, but at the deadline, we don't know. We don't know what situation the Cubs may be. If you're Oliver, maybe there's a chance to trade Baez, Rizzo, and Bryant and recruit assets to rebuild. Maybe a possibility with the Cubs. Baez, maybe. I think Trevor Story is the most likely one of those guys at the deadline. But the free agent market is really, really... Now they're agents for these players. These agents for these players. I'm going to look at the Lindor contract and say, you know what? My client is just worth as much or more as Lindor. And it's younger. And it's really set the tone for the free agent shortstop crop. The stack crop. Especially those top four. Baez, Correa, Seager, and Story. It was really going to set the tone there. I don't know to make this Lindor contract. 32 million, I think it's a lot. He's not good as Trout, not good as Betts. Tatis is definitely a future. I mean, the shortstop position in baseball is very, very stacked. Let's look through it. The Yankees have Torres as shortstop, right? Tampa Bay has Adames. Okay, but Adames is solid, but he's not in the elite category. Boston has Bogart. Toronto has Bichette, young but very good. Baltimore, I'm not sure. Let's go to the Central. Anderson, Mondesi. Simmons is solid, but he's not elite. Detroit, I don't know what they have there. Cleveland is Jimenez, or the other guy, Rosario, I think it's him. Let's go to the rest. Korea, of course, and Elvis Honduras in Oakland. I'm not sure who Texas has. I'm not sure who Seattle has. Angels is Jose Azealias. I think he's solid. He's solid. National League. Atlanta, Swanson, solid. Philadelphia is Gregorius. Well, New York obviously has Lindor. Marlins, I'm not sure. Luis Rojas. Washington, Trey Turner. Is it Trey Turner or is he a second baseman? I'm not 100% sure. Let's go to the Central. Who's the shortstop in St. Louis? Edmonds? I don't know. Cubs have Baez. Reds. Who's the red shortstop? Senso? No. I'm not sure who the red shortstop is. Brewers. Hesera. Or Garcia. Also Garcia. I'm sorry. I'm stumped there a bit. Pittsburgh is Cole Tucker. Yeah. Now, in the West, Seager, of course. Trevor Story. San Diego has Tatis. San Francisco, I'm not sure who San Francisco's is. And Arizona, I'm not sure. But I know there's probably 5 or 6 teams I wasn't sure about the shortstop is. But if you listened to me and heard what I talked about the shortstops here, a lot of them are very good shortstops. It's a very deep position in terms of great talent, shortstop position, man. But that's baseball for you guys. So opening day was yesterday. Some teams are playing today. My Blue Jays are not playing today. Playing tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That's why I have no show tomorrow, right? That's why I'm doing the show that's supposed to be tomorrow's show. It's happening today. Right? But I'm having shows next week. Hear me. I'll get to the end of this show, guys. I might take a little nap after. after this. Uh, so let's go to other things. NBA season. So Drummond, I mean, no, I missed this. Drummond's going to Lakers. Aldridge and Blake Griffin are to the Nets. I mean, that's huge. I think the Nets. I think the Nets are the favorite to win the East. But Drummond now is hurt, right? Lakers, right? But I think the Lakers are still the favorite. Utah's doing very well. My Raptors have been losing like crazy. Been losing to bad teams. I'm thankful to Jeremy Lambert's team, the Thunder, for beating my Raptors. Let's look at the standings in the NBA and see where we are. NBA season is almost done. They got about a month. Let's see where they are in the standings. So Brooklyn is first in the East, 34-15. Philadelphia is right behind them. Milwaukee's third. Charlotte is fourth because they're leading the division, so they're fourth. Miami's fifth. From fourth seed to 11th seed is not very good. The East is not very good. Miami's fifth. New York is sixth. Atlanta is seventh. Boston's eighth. Indiana is ninth. Chicago is 10th. Toronto is 11th. Washington is 12th. Orlando is 13th. Cleveland's 14th. And Detroit is 15th. So the East is not very good this year, man. Compared to the West, is much better. The West, Utah's first. Phoenix is second. Clippers are third. Lakers are fourth. Denver's fifth. Portland is sixth. Dallas is seventh. San Antonio is eighth. Memphis is ninth. Golden State is 10th. Sacramento is 11th. New Orleans is 12th. Oklahoma is 13th. Houston is 14th. Minnesota is 15th. So, while the two worst teams are in the West, the rest of the teams are much better than the East. The East is really not. It's heavy at the top for top three teams, but after that, from 4 all the way to 15, it's not very good. Where the West, it starts to get worse around 8 to 15. So the West, like most of the time, if you notice, most of the time from the early 2000s and stuff, the West is always a stronger conference, and this is proof right here. Even though the star power is in the East now with Harden, Durant, Kyrie, Griffin, Aldridge, Westbrook, but yeah, I do think the Nets are the favorites. My Raptors, I want them to tank, get the best draft pick as possible, get the first overall, I hope. They're not very good. I did like the trade for Gary Trent. I didn't talk about this, so I'm going to talk about this now. Powell for Trent was a solid move. Oh, I did talk about this, but it was on the Pop Culture Show because the Pop Culture Show was going during the trade deadline. But Gary Trent, solid addition. The guy could shoot. He had the last game he had 20-something points, 29 points. He was on fire. But the guy could shoot the ball. Lights out shooter. He could defend. So only 22. Yes, he's a restricted free agent RFA. But Powell was 27, and he's having a great year. He would opt out and ask for more money, where we control the rights to Gary Trent now, Jr. becomes RFA, but we can still, if even a team offers him a contract, we can match it. So he possibly not go anywhere, where Powell, good chance he will leave because he will get a massive contract somewhere after having a breakout season. Months away from this NBA season. Same with the NHL season. NHL season. My Leafs are leading the North Division by 3 points. Had a good game against the Jets. Matthews and Marner are all over the place. Kerfoot had a third goal to pick up 3-1 again. Jack Campbell has been solid. It's undefeated. Jack Campbell's been undefeated. They're 7-0 right now. I think he's starting again because the Leafs play the Jets again today. So Jack Campbell's definitely getting a nod. The concern is Freddie's innocent injury. Apparently it's not serious, but we don't know how long he'll be out because we only have a month left. And we may not even he might be fresh for the playoffs. Maybe a good thing. At times he has looked good in the playoffs, and at times he's looked really, really bad in the playoffs. But he's the number one goaltender, and he's a free agent this season. The question is Hyman is a free agent this season. He's having a good year. Maybe 5-6 million he might be asking for. I don't know the Leafs go for it because the cap is flat, and the Leafs are basically near the floor of the cap, right? They're always gonna be near the floor, no matter what. No matter where the cap goes up or down, they're always gonna be near the floor because they have the resources, the money to be near the floor of the cap, if they choose to. Unlike some other teams. The trade deadline is upon us in NHL, April 12th, 10 days from now. So we got Eric Stahl got traded to the Canadiens. He's been cleared after a 7-day quarantine. So I believe he's playing the next game. He's been cleared as a solid addition to Montreal. A good, solid center. Not a number one, not a number two anymore. The Carolina days, he definitely was a number one center. But that was years ago. But who else is there? Like Taylor Hall. There's speculation Taylor Hall might be traded, and the Leafs might be interested. I don't know. What I wouldn't give up much for Taylor Hall. I know he's good, but he's not having a good year. And yeah, but Buffalo's not having a good year. They lost like 17, 18 in a row. They finally got a win to snap this week, but really bad. Buffalo's been bad for years. Jack Eichel might be traded in the offseason. We don't know, man. We don't know. Things are not going on in Calgary. There might be changes in the offseason. Gaudreau might be out the door. What else is going on? Columbus might be in selling mode. Dan Savard, the defenseman, might be one of the players traded. Solid defenseman, maybe the Leafs be interested in him. Nashville is one of those teams. Are they in or out? I know a lot of teams are interested in Matthias Ekholm. I know the Leafs are apparently interested in Ekholm. He may cost them a bit. Ekholm may cost them a good. What's the word? Hell, whatever it is. Might cost them like a prospect, a draft pick for Ekholm. And the Leafs it might be a late first round pick. If you get a good defenseman like Ekholm, I'm willing to give up the first rounder for him. I'm willing to. I heard they're interested in some forward depth. I heard Boone Jenner also, Nick Foligno. I don't know. You need a second liner, but Gachenyuk, if you know Alex Gachenyuk, you know his history. He has been solid for the 5 games release. He's looked actually really good. Maybe this is his last chance to show team something that he could play. So maybe that's why he's showing that he could play. So he's trying harder. He's actually looked good with the Tavares and Nylander line. But the Leafs are still looking to upgrade their forward depth, defensive depth, and maybe the goaltending depth, depending on the injury to Freddie Anderson. Right? Oops. And I do need a stretch. Let's see what else. NHL race. Where's my app? Where's the app? Where's the app? Here we go. Found the app. Yeah, Eric Stahl is going to face the Oilers not tonight, but on April 5th, so Tuesday. Blake Wheeler, the Leafs play the Jets tonight again, again in the series. Blake Wheeler, who was taken out of the game due to the injury, he's a game time decision for the Jets. Kyle Lowry didn't play against the Thunder. He's not playing tonight. 5 players not playing tonight against the Warriors. Steph Curry is not playing for the Warriors tonight, but I still hope the Raptors lose, right? I wanted to get a better odds of getting a first overall draft pick. Right now, they're putting his position as 7th, right? 7th. But if they keep losing, like they have been, even though it's a lottery, they could possibly, hopefully, get first. I'm okay with the top 3. I'm not sure about the prospects this year. I mean, in NBA, and some of the top first rounders, some of the top draft picks are in the G League. So I haven't really paid attention to G League because it's not much on TV. But I heard some, as you know, some of the top high school players have been going to G League and skipping college because they get paid actually in the G League, a good salary. NFL draft is soon, right? I haven't talked about the trade. San Francisco traded Florida with Miami, and Miami traded again. But I'm gonna talk about San Francisco, my favorite team, and Buffalo's my favorite team. San Francisco traded for the 3rd overall pick. Some speculation looking for the next franchise quarterback. Well, it's not gonna be Trevor Lawrence. It could be, I don't know, Josh Fields, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Mac Jones. I don't know any one of those quarterbacks. It's definitely not be Trevor Lawrence because Trevor Lawrence is not being overlooked, not being ignored by Jacksonville. Jacksonville is not selecting another player. They're 100%. If anybody tells me otherwise, I'm telling you you're a liar. Calling you a liar. Because Jacksonville, there's no way Jacksonville does not select Trevor Lawrence with the 1st overall pick. 1,000% they're going to select Trevor Lawrence with the 1st overall pick. Because they need that franchise quarterback, to reboot that franchise. But the 49ers, yeah, so there's speculation looking for the quarterback. So I guess they're not sold in Garoppolo. Right? Makes sense because I don't think Garoppolo is that. He's okay, but he's not. He gets hurt a lot. He gets hurt a lot, so maybe that's why I'm looking for franchise quarterback. Which San Francisco needs, right? What else is there sports news? Everything light week. I know Houston's talking with Korea about extension. They're talking, and I just got the notification from the MLB about the All-Star game. See, my notifications about the All-Star games did not come from MLB first. It came from my Sportsnet and TSN app. But MLB just sent a notification just now confirming that they're moving the All-Star game from Atlanta. The date to be determined. So TBD, to be determined. And if you hear about this, some baseball teams have been getting vaccinated. They want to get to that 85. They sent a memo, MLB and MLBPA sent a memo about 85% getting vaccinated so they can loosen protocols. I know Ken Roosevelt on MLB Network yesterday said, I know he knows that St. Louis has reached that 85% benchmark. I know some other teams have been getting vaccinated. I know San Francisco. I'm not sure about other teams. I know San Francisco has been getting vaccinated. But there's some other teams. I know some NBA teams. I know Oklahoma has been getting vaccinated. I know the Pelicans got vaccinated. I know some NHL players have got vaccinated. I'm not sure about NFL players because the NFL season's not going on. But I'm sure some of them are. There is some hesitancy because, But you know what? It's a good sign they're getting vaccinated. And it's good to see the crowds back at the games, baseball games. I hope they're distant. I hope they're safe. I hope nothing bad comes out of it. I wonder if cases start rising again, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Are they gonna say no more crowds? We'll see. We'll see how the first half. We'll see how April goes. April is a test. Hope it goes well. It has been a slow week. So, I ask any questions out there. Baseball wise, who are you looking forward to having a breakout season? Who are you looking forward to going on this season? What do you look forward to? I'm looking forward to Vladdy Guerrero breaking out, man. I think Vladdy Guerrero is going to break out for my Blue Jays. I'm seeing signs of it. Garrett Cole at bat. He had a line drive single off Garrett Cole, and an exit velocity at 114 miles per hour. The hardest hit off Garrett Cole ever in Garrett Cole's career. Every hit that Garrett Cole got surrendered, Vladdy Guerrero has the hardest hit off of him, even including home runs. He had a couple good at bats against Garrett Cole. He walked twice, I think, against Garrett Cole too. Springer's out, but he may come back April 8th or something. When it goes Dunedin, or maybe in the Anaheim series, they play Anaheim next week. Next Thursday is when Anaheim, the Angels come to town, and not to Toronto, come to Dunedin to play the Blue Jays. So Springer might be back then. Looking forward to that. With that impact, just boost the lineup even more. Simeon, Bo Bichette, Lourdes Gurriel, Vladimir Guerrero, Teoscar Hernandez, Calvin Biggio, Valdez Teles. I could go on and on. Good young lineup, and Springer just adds more to it. Simeon is leading off right now, but I'm pretty confident, pretty sure that when George Springer comes back, he's going to be leading off for the Toronto Blue Jays, like it has been for the Houston Astros when he was an Astro. We also got some news. If you're Xbox, if you have an Xbox, you know MLB The Show is coming to Xbox, right? Series X, Series X and S, and Xbox One. Well, they just announced that MLB The Show 21 is coming to Xbox. We know that. But it's going to be on Xbox Game Pass on the day of the release, April 20th. April 20th, Xbox Game Pass is going to have MLB The Show 21. I'm not sure if it's... I think you have to pay for it. They haven't said anything. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll get an update. But yeah, if you have the Xbox, and you have Game Pass, MLB The Show is coming on Game Pass the same date as they're coming out disc and stuff for Sony and stuff on April 20th. April 20th, MLB The Show 21 is coming out. For PlayStation 4, PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Xbox One. I don't know much to say here, man. This is a short show because there's not a lot of news this week. I'm very sorry. So yeah, I'll probably end it a little bit early here, guys. So guys, I'm sorry if I'm ending it early. It usually go an hour long, but there's not much news to talk about baseball-wise. I just know Boston and Baltimore playing, and I think another game just started. Yeah, just Baltimore and Boston's playing. They're in the 6th inning. Wow. Only been a half an hour and they're already top of 6th inning. 0-0. I've only been off for 40 minutes and they're already in the 6th inning. And when I started this video, they were in the 3rd inning, and 40 minutes in, they're in the 6th inning. Wow. The pitcher's having a good day, I guess, right? So I'm gonna end it here, guys. So let's do an update. I'm gonna update my shows. No shows this weekend. Saturday and Sunday, no shows. This show is usually on Saturdays, right? Monday, it's all about wrestling, 3 p.m. Tuesday, no show. Wednesday, Takeover, Stand and Deliver, Night 1. Preview and prediction show. 2 or 3 p.m. I forget what time I said. I think it's 2. Thursday, it's all about the pop. May happen. But I'm also doing Night 2 of Takeover. Send and deliver. Friday is no show. Saturday, next Saturday, I'm gonna do Why We Love Pop. Next Saturday will be Why We Love Sports. Next Saturday will be Why We Love Sports, and I'm gonna do WrestleMania prediction show for night 1, and then Sunday WrestleMania prediction show night 2. But Saturday is gonna be before the Blue Jay game. Sunday is gonna be after a Blue Jay game for next week. Yeah. Or Wednesday the Blue Jay game's at 2:00, so I might do a prediction show at 1:00, 12 or 1:00 that day. Okay. Okay. Those are my shows, upcoming shows, and then yeah, I set up. It's all about WrestleMania. It's all about wrestling. Set up the two takeover prediction shows, but I'm gonna set up Why We Love Sports, and it's all about pop and WrestleMania shows. Sometime this weekend or Monday, or Tuesday, between this weekend and Tuesday. Be on the lookout for that. And so. So you can follow me. So you guys, sorry. So you can follow me on the Air Jays fan down below, my Twitter handle. So what you can do is comment, subscribe down below, like, thumbs up this video, and before I go, here's something to let you.
Too sweet! Sweet! Too sweet! Too sweet!
That's how I feel about you guys. You guys are too sweet. I do hope to see you Monday. Enjoy the holidays weekend, everybody. Take care. And yes, baseball's back. Peace out.